Alright, so it shows we're streaming.
Alright, so it shows we're streaming.
Oh, wow, we are.
So it shows we're streaming. Wow, we are. So it shows we're
I once again forgot to turn the volume down. Nothing wrong with that. Everybody does it all the time, and as I just proved, including myself. So I'm back. I did a little bit more. Then about noon, I was like, I got to take a little nap, which I did. I woke up about a half hour ago, 40 minutes ago or so, and I thought I would start back. I am going to try to do something differently this time. I'm going to open up Zoom, make sure the camera good. Camera's good. Good. I was worried. I was using it over there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm really going to test the waters here. And I'm going to actually pin this into, I'm going to pin it to the top of chat. And it's an experiment of sorts. We'll see what happens. And I'll explain my logic probably later tonight, unless we get a lot of people in here today. We will see. Check to see what I'm at here as far as my charge on my phone goes. That was a good little nap. Muchly needed. Muchly needed. I'm going to have to change my background. I got an idea on my background too. I'm curious on something. That's what I'll do while I'm waiting. I will go in here and I will virtual background, virtual filters. I was wanting to see, okay, you can add a video. That's what I wanted to see. So what is space? Oh, I'm going to add that just to see below the minimum allowed resolution, please. Okay, that's a different, I've never had that area. I've never had that error. I've had different errors. It's below the minimum allowed resolution of 640 by 360 pixels. Please upload a different file. Okay. Well, I wanted to use that one because I know, I'll try this one. Okay, so all these are below a certain thing. I want to try it. Let me get out of that for right now and see something over here actually. Go over here. So I want to add. Looks like this is not going good at all. Imagine that. That's crazy. But that's neat. I like that. I'm going to leave that there for right now. Apparently this is not going to work, but I'm going to give it some time and see. I haven't seen anybody say anything yet, which is fine. This also should be a really good test of whether or not my little thing that I made is working or not. We'll find out here in just a second. I believe I had it started, or I believe I had it set to run. I believe. I don't know. I made so many changes and I screwed it up and had to go back and do some things over again. Just wouldn't be right if something didn't go wrong. Now, I'm not real happy with how the camera looks, but that's my mistake. I actually thought I was being smart by trying to change some of the camera settings, and I wasn't. That was the most silliest thing for me to do. Oh yeah, there it is. I kind of like it. Kind of like it. I think it's set to run for 15 seconds, and it's set to run every 45 seconds. So if someone joins us and wants to um, time it, that would be cool. Um, there's some other ones I want to add, but I've got to figure out how to add multiple ones, because I tried to add multiple ones and that was horrible. I mean, just horrible. So it's kind of like the video in the background. Not necessarily that I like the waves. It's actually kind of disturbing to me, but this gives me an idea. I believe it or not, this gives me a really crazy idea, which I will explore later on. If this doesn't go or pan out, I can do this. Could be the time of the day. 3:19 on the East Coast, 12:19 on the West, 2:19 here. Not that this is the time station or anything. It's not. I really did mess up that camera. Not good. I'm not real sure how to go in there and fix it either. I think it's in camera settings. I think. Video settings. Okay, this is sitting right there. Let's see what this does. Oh yeah, I think that makes a difference. Yeah, it makes me a little brighter there, a little less brighter there. But I'm gonna put it back to where I think it where it was at. Manual. Let's see here. Yeah, it's clearly wrong. So I'm gonna leave that back in an automatic setting. Yeah, I don't remember where I did that. I do know I made an adjustment to some settings. Hey, Darren. I'm going through another series of tests here. Actually, it's the same one. And it looks like Darren's going to join us. That's cool. And there it is again. So now if I had a timer, oh, it does need to move, I think, a little bit to the left. It's a little bit, it looks to me like it's a little bit off. Needs to go to the left. Or I need to, yep, about 15 seconds. So that works. So, Darren, did you get your system running better?
I think so.
Good.
I think there's a fault on the system. Well, on the internet. Keeps going off, so see what happens.
Yeah, I'm going to have to pay
The
attention.
thing is, I had it on 48 hours beforehand. Nothing happened.
Huh. I'm going to have to watch the stream because Tony sent me a message and you said I was lagging toward the end too. I'll have to keep an eye on that. Yeah, there it is. It's back. So again, to me, it looks like it's a little bit off to the left. Looks like it needs, or a little bit off to the right. Looks like it needs to move to the left itself. Or I could try to get rid of, the white bar that's up there. Or I just may move it over a little bit for now and see how it goes. Hi, Sam.
Hello, how you going?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm alright. I've got my job interview in about an hour and a half, so I'll be heading off soon.
So is it Monday already there?
Correct. 7:22 a.m. Monday 17th.
Cool. Well, we wish you success on your job interview.
Thank you. That's why I have my 4K webcam.
Yeah, I need to get me another webcam or figure out what I did to this one because it just really. I said somehow I got into settings and I did something wrong and it just looks pale, horrible.
My webcam's good, but with my 4K webcam, if I connect it to Mac OS, it'll only do a maximum of 1080p. If I plug it into Windows 10, I get 4K.
Huh.
With Mac OS, there's a limitation. It could be the hardware, the M1, the new processor.
Right. Yeah.
So I'll be using my Windows computer, so I'll get better quality.
Yeah, I'm leaning toward the C920. In fact, that was one of the plans for today, and I'm going to have to pick that back up.
Yep. No, the local technology store with my friend, we couldn't get the C920, but we could get the C922, which is a slightly revised, newer version.
Probably got a slightly revised higher price, too, if it's new.
Yeah, you can get the old ones, they don't sell it anymore here in Australia. So
Yeah, I haven't. The way my luck runs, I probably have waited too long and I can't. All right, I think I need to move that a little bit. I'm going to do that anyway, just to see. So bear with me a second here. I'm going to go into my OBS. I'm going to turn it off for now. Actually, I'm not going to turn it off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let it run. Bless you. I'm going to let it run for 30 seconds to give me an opportunity to maybe make the change that I need to make. So I'm going to turn it back on. And it should have there. It pops right up. So that's good. Now I'm going to grab it. Move it slightly. I can't tell if it's moving or not. Are you guys watching the YouTube stream?
Yep.
Does it look like the thing that's in the upper right hand corner is moving?
Yes, it is, but it's been chopped off slightly because it's hanging over there.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm trying. I need to move it to the left, and that's what I'm trying to do. It's hard for me to gauge this because, where'd my? There we go. It's hard for me to gauge it because I can't see it. Did I just delete that? I think I did. Oh no, it's right here. Now why do I have? Let me go over here. All right, so I'm gonna turn it back off, turn it back on. It should show up, and it does. Now I'm gonna grab it, I hope, and move it. There we go. Okay, that makes a world of difference. That should look, by my eyes, based on what I can see, that looks like that should be pretty good right there. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it right there and come back and see.
Cool.
Oh yeah. So the only thing I need to do now is I need to maybe redo my display to get rid of this white line. Yeah, I'm good with that. I'll leave that like that. So that's a little easier than I thought it would be. Hey, Tony Wallow, good afternoon. Good to see you again. So, good.
Good morning, wherever you are.
No, we're 226 on Sunday afternoon.
Oh, okay. It's 7:26 a.m. in Melbourne, Australia.
Yeah, I about the only time change I can keep up with is Darren, and that's because it's about 6 hours difference. Otherwise, I struggle with Eastern, Central, Mountain, and Pacific. And the Pacific and Mountain really get me too because there's a brief few states that have a different time zone than everybody else in the world, it seems like. So, yeah, this is good. The video gives me an idea. I'll play around with that a little bit off, not live, and see how that works. I tried 2 different videos. I really had one I really wanted to use, but it said it didn't meet the requirements that. Okay, so that's good. That comes back. Oh shoot, I don't need it to run for 30 seconds now. I can go in there and change that. Let's see here. I'm going to go back to 15-second when it runs, and I'm going to leave the interval between it running at 45 seconds. So I'll shut it off for the changes. Kind of the craziest thing I don't understand. You can make changes on the fly, and you can see them. They're instant. But for them to go into effect, you have to turn it off and turn it back on. So I'm going to do that. And then go over here. Come back over here. Hi, Tony.
Hey,
Good to see you, my friend.
you too.
Well, it's good to hear you. I can't see you.
That's fine.
Oh yeah, no, hey, I get it. Probably easier to set that phone somewhere and talk than it is to hold that phone.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Oh, I know. Yeah, from experience, I'm playing around with the phone with my camera. I get it. But it is good for you to join us. Thank you very much.
Oh, no sweat.
So, do you have any problems getting in?
A couple times, but I didn't know I had to put it in uppercase instead of lower.
You know what? I think I'm going to reset Zoom to default if that's possible. I'm really getting frustrated. I mean, I should be able to keep the same credentials, but
Right.
it seems all these changes we made to help out aren't helping out a bit.
No, especially last night.
No, didn't notice.
Well, that's when you get a non-net, what you call it, a whatever person it is to do two-form factor security check.
Yeah, and I'm not seeing anywhere on Zoom where it says reset to default settings. This is going to be fun. I need Catherine. Where's Catherine when I need her?
Oh, God.
I don't know.
She is good at
Well,
researching stuff.
Yeah, she's good at that, yeah. But you don't want to cross her.
Oh, no. Never, ever, ever. Okay, so there are some things that are locked. I've got to modify and reset. Oh, maybe reset would do it. I wanted I just wanted the, people, we're lazy. I just wanted a one-click reset everything at once.
Right.
Yeah. That's kind of like Apple computers. Up until late last year, the way to reset an Apple computer is to reinstall the system. Up until late last year, they had to make you reinstall macOS.
So I can't imagine why anyone. Well, yeah, I get why people want to emulate other companies and other applications and all, but sometimes it's stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, that was almost a Catherine slip there. Yeah. Okay. No, I'm not seeing a reset. I see a lot of reset, but I don't see anything. And I don't remember what we changed. Hi, Gary.
Okay. Hello, sir.
I'm back. So I'll look into that later on after I leave the stream. So I made some changes and I screwed it up. I kind of got it fixed, I think. Right now it runs on a 30-second interval on and 45-second interval off, so I may extend that later. I don't think I need to bombard the subscribe button every 45 seconds. I really don't. But for this testing purpose, it'll work. I've got to determine what's a really good time frame for that to run X amount of minutes. I'm thinking maybe 5 is good. I don't know. So, and then I'm trying to reset Zoom to the default factory settings so that nobody will have problems getting in. Because prior to us making the changes, everybody was able to get in. So, that's my thoughts of the afternoon. What's going on with you guys?
Not much. I just, this morning I just had a hell of a deal with the pharmacy to see if I can get it shipped. And that got resolved. You won with the pharmacy. I'm impressed.
Yeah. Win with anything any more impressive. I think Darren said. Impossible. Go ahead, Gary.
No, I said I think that's impossible. To win with the pharmacy.
I don't know.
I had a bottle of inconsequential pills. In other words, no big deal. Allergy. They're brand new on the market. I don't remember the name of them, but they were $2,000 per month for it.
Yeah, go on.
And the insurance won't cover brand new pills. They'll cover good pills, but not brand new. And they said the doctor did dispense as written. I said, the doctor couldn't even spell that pill, so they didn't dispense it. And they said, well, generic, it had GEN. They thought the new girl thought it meant general, as in the best.
Mm-hmm.
You're kidding. You are kidding, right? So it's kind of scary when you got people that are idiots allowed to breathe and breed.
Yeah, especially to be a medical assistant, you got to go through about 6 months of training, and you got to pass your boards. I don't see how some of the people get through, or maybe it's just like nursing. When they first start out, they're super smart and really attentive, and then after they get their license, and there's nothing required to get them renewed other than calling in and saying, "Hey, I want my license renewed." Then after a certain period of time, they start getting lackadaisical and stupid. That's two Catherine references. Oh no, what's happening here? Ah, me. So if you guys don't mind, I'm going to try to change this on the fly. I'm going to see something on the screen itself. Now it shows there's an image. Do you guys see an image anywhere? I see Zoom, and I see the little thing I created this morning, but I'm not seeing an image.
That looks good to me.
I'm pretty happy with it, quite honestly. Do I want to? I made changes. Sure. Remove. Okay, if there was an image, it's now gone. Hopefully that thing will come back. Yeah, we'll see. Ain't nothing I can't fix if it did break it. Now what I wanted to check is the display, because the white line is still showing across the top, right? Yep, it is. Hi, Kenny. Good to see you're back. Okay, there's that. You might want to move it up just a tad, because it looks like it's hitting a little bit on the box. So I'm going to move that up just a little bit. Again, I'm going to turn it off, turn it back on. It's the dumbest thing right here. Okay, so there it is. I'm going to move it up. We'll leave it right there. That should work. And why is my display like that? 1920 by 1080. I thought that was correct. Capture method is automatic. Let's see what this one does. That'll be interesting to see. Nope, didn't do a thing.
Well, right on the very bottom, we've got restore default thoughts on it.
On Zoom?
Yep. Right, you know that company one on the very bottom.
Or on the
very bottom on the left hand side. It says got restore.
On this box here, or is it on the when you log in online?
It's on the settings. Going right to the very bottom of it. Got keyboard shortcuts. Don't know if I can have sorted that or not.
Maybe I better do this over here. Accessibility? Nope, that's not it.
Right on the keyboard shortcuts.
Okay, hang on.
You got the next one underneath it that comes up. Screen reader alerts and stuff, but got a restore button there.
Okay, so
it might restore them on, but you just don't know. And it looks like it restores or whatever settings you had in the system, maybe.
Oh, right down here, restore defaults.
Yep. You might have a look.
I don't think we changed anything in there, but I'll check it out later. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, so it's still got the doggone stupid white screen. Or line.
Hello.
Hi, Alex. Welcome back.
What did I miss? How long have you been on?
Oh, I don't know. Not very long. 15 minutes, maybe. 25 minutes. Whew, man, I'm having a bad day. Nothing. I've been adjusting some things. I've kind of screwed up my little thing I did earlier, and I thought I fixed it, and I'm actually experimenting with putting the Zoom link at the top pinned on just to see what happens. Tony Wallow has joined us, so voice audio only though, which is cool. And right now I'm trying to figure out how to go into OBS and get rid of the white line that we see on the stream across the top. And I'm sure it's something really simple. I just am not thinking right still. I think it has to
Try to see if you can click on the white line, and if it's something you can just click on it, and then just click on like cut or delete.
Well, I don't think I can, and I'll show you why I don't think I can. The white line is actually the outline for the Zoom box itself. And in OBS, you can't edit or change anything that's from the source. So as you see here, now this will be interesting. I'm going to wait till that comes back, because the thing I made should show up still in the upper right hand corner here in about, I don't know, could speed the process up by restarting it. Oh. Off, on.
Have you had any bombers since you put the link in the YouTube
No,
chat?
and it did. It came right back. So if I come over here and make this full screen, no, I have not. I am trying to figure out a nice way of putting in the description that if you join Zoom, you will go to the waiting room before I let you on, unless I personally know you, like Tony. You will have to show me your video, and don't try to get over with a video of somebody else thinking that I'm not going to, I'll have to figure out a way to authenticate people. Will there be bombers? Sure, there will be. Will somebody get through? More than likely they will. But they'll get through one time. I'll put them back in the waiting room, and then I'll remove them from the channel and the Zoom, and they won't make it back under that name.
Is your video background actually moving
that
slow, or is it just moving that slow because
no,
that's internet speed or something?
No, that's actual speed. That was another experiment that I'm trying. That was my third attempt, and the first two I thought would work, and this one I said, there's no way this is going to work. It works. So I don't get it. Maybe I should play the lottery like that. Maybe I should play 3 times and think the third one won't win. What a thought. So no, it's moving. It was just an experiment. As much as I like the virtual backgrounds, I think having a video back there is pretty cool.
I'm going to try something a little crazy here, and try to throw one of my YouTube videos I recorded back there.
See, we think alike, because that's exactly what I was going to do, but I wasn't going to use one of your videos. I was going to use one of mine.
Well, there's just a few times I've just recorded it, so it was already on my computer.
Oh, I've got 9 recorded OBS videos from when I straightened this little problem out earlier today. It took 9 attempts for me to get it right.
Does the sound come through? Does the sound come through on that video? Is it just strictly because it does have sound? It's just,
I'm not hearing any sound.
or is it? Or Zoom must strip out the sound and display but you can see it. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny to see me in the upper right hand corner and see me on the Zoom live.
Right. Yeah, that would be one drawback to me if I were to put one of mine on there. I'm not real sure that that's going to be what I want. Now, what I might do is something, if it's a tutorial, I might try to put a video that's somewhat related to the tutorial behind me. I don't know.
But yeah, that's kind of cool. This particular video was only like 10 or 11 minutes long. But that's kind of cool. But you can put that behind there like that.
So Gary probably hates it when I wake him up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's just getting into a good sleep. What do you think's a good time frame for this thing up in the upper right-hand corner to run? About 5 minutes?
Actually, I was watching. You said 30 and 45 seconds, and I'm not. I was thinking about that.
I've not timed it yet. That's what I said it
Actually,
to.
I asked the preacher. I didn't directly ask him if he'd be okay with me live streaming it, but I asked him. I said something. He had kind of messed up a little bit on what he was saying in the sermon today, and I asked him. I said, if you do that live, people will see your mistake or whatever. And he said, well, that's the reason why I don't do it live, because I can go back and edit. But I'm of the frame of mind that so I won't upload any more live videos of the church service, just because even though if I do it, it just be audio and not video. But I'm of the frame. But I am, like you seen on my Ubuntu video. I think it's better to do it like Carrie does it, without. If you do it live, you're doing it without any edits, so people know it's real.
I don't particularly love Carrie, but I don't think you're Carrie either.
I know I'm not Carrie.
Oh, I wasn't trying to be. I'm not trying to be Carrie.
When you have quote 20 to 30 years experience like he says he has, then you can do that. Until then, it just looks like you're. Oh, never mind. If Ken wants to finish my sentence, he can.
I'm trying to do some math in my head. I kind of wasn't following along.
I just want people to know it's real, and I don't want to go through the hassle of having to do, an hour or two's worth of video editing.
Yeah, but the problem is, if you go to a class at college and your professor spends a third of the class making mistakes, you're going to think he's a bumbling idiot instead of a professor.
Yeah. Oh, you've been to my college. You've seen one of my classes. Okay.
Well, you kept knocking very hard. That was the problem.
Okay.
Got the joke, right, Ken?
I would certainly hope so. Yes. Most of us took it exactly what it was, a joke, but there are some in the world we may have to explain it to. So.
And sometimes my dad has to explain his jokes to the two of us, my mom and me.
College of Hard Knocks it goes back about, what, 50 years?
Oh, gosh, yes. If not longer. Okay, I need you guys. I'm not watching the stream. I need you guys to tell me what is happening on the YouTube stream. Remember, there's about a 5-second delay.
You're resizing your desktop window in OBS.
Correct. Now, did the white line go away?
You mean the one at the top? No.
Okay, that's.
It looks like it's part. The white line you're referring to looks like it's part of the Zoom window.
Right, and that's what I'm trying to get rid of.
But Alex, what I was getting ready to say, seriously, is if the minister doesn't like the same mistakes on YouTube, he probably doesn't want you playing just the audio either, because that's the kind of guy.
Oh yeah, that's the reason why I said I wouldn't post anymore.
Can you tell him you had been posting them?
No, I did not, but I can make those. I can make those private or unlisted so nobody can see them.
And can you just delete them?
Yes.
That'd be the best thing to do.
That's what I think. I mean, because he told you he doesn't want mistakes out there. I mean, if he just said something that makes people feel I'm a more human, more, then I'd say leave him or at least talk to him. But if he said he doesn't like mistakes, I'd just delete him. No reason to make him private. So he doesn't want him out there, basically.
Yeah, and you know the old saying, what gets on the internet can come back to haunt you and is always going to be there. Okay, I'm going to restart this, and I'll jump back over here. And let's see how that looks. Oh, that looks not good. Where does it go? Oh, there it is. Well, the success of the day is I got the blue thing to work really good, but I can't get rid of the white line.
It says well, you can see it. It says Zoom meeting.
Yeah, it's a Zoom meeting, and then I can minimize it up here by hitting the minimize button, and it goes completely away and minimizes to a little bitty screen here. Or I can.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's got, because see, I just now noticed it in here. There's a big yellow, almost as if Zoom itself is talking, which I know it's not.
I know you can see it, but put a comment. You know it's only on YouTube.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, I deleted those, so they're gone now, so nobody can find them.
I mean, people who record it without their knowledge usually don't like it to be posted in public.
Yeah, it looks like we lost Tony. That's good of him to join. That makes me so happy. Actually, I'm glad that he joined.
Jumped on for a little while.
Yep. And it was audio only, and I mean, like you and Tony and Blackwatch and BH Ringer. I'm trying to think who else that comes on that I know. I'm good with that. I was thinking.
You heard. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, laughing, that I think I said, what, 3 words, and without turning around, Doug said, "Is that you, Gary?"
Yeah. Well. Okay. Whoa. What in the heck?
I reached a milestone on one of my videos today.
You hit 60 subscribers.
No, almost. I got another subscriber, though. I got 58.
Oh,
but here's another one.
I 100 views.
On that unlisted video that I did of our network setup,
mm-hmm.
that I put on my resume, Wednesday it had before Wednesday it had 98 views. Wednesday he had it pulled up. One of the guys had it pulled up that was interviewing me had it pulled up on his computer while I was in the interview. So that got me 99 views. Well, today I looked at it and it's at 100. It's at 100 views.
So
I got 100 views on that video, and that video about Windows 11 that I did has 100 and I believe 89 views.
Nice. That's good. That's more views than anything I've got. That's really good news. So clearly this change I made does not work. So maybe I shouldn't be doing this at you guys' expense. Let me change that back. Let me remember.
Now is a good time to do it.
Yeah, it's now it's back. We just don't have the.
This is probably a dumb question, and it's more for Gary. But could me using that thumbnail, their thumbnail of that place I job interviewed at, even though it has nothing to do with them, they're not in the video at all. It's nothing to do with the content of the interview. Just because I use that thumbnail on the video, could that cost me the job?
My opinion, I would wait until you heard from one way or another. And if I'm just safe than sorry, if they hire you Wednesday, I'm just saying today, ask them. If they tell you to go to hell Wednesday, put it up if you want. I wouldn't do it until I hear from them.
Well, I already I changed it because Catherine had told me to, but I didn't. There's a very slim possibility that they could have seen it with their thumbnail on there, because I didn't make it public until after I got home from the interview. So and it was only like that for a couple of days. So
I sound, and I apologize, and I do, but I sound just like your minister. I mean, you shouldn't do something like that without asking people. You shouldn't use their thumbnail without saying,
right.
Hey guys, I love you guys as a company. Can I use your thumbnail? And I mean, if you did it today and they don't want it a year, maybe I'm going to play devil's advocate, which means, what if you don't get the job because they didn't like you? They're going to be mad.
I have no doubt that I don't think I'm not going to get the job because they didn't like me. I think they like me quite a bit. I'm just
No,
asking.
listen to what I'm saying, Alex. What if you don't? Okay, they're mad. They don't like you. Now they're pissed off you use their stuff without their permission. Now let's say they hire you and they love you. You still use their stuff without permission.
Right.
That may be a game changer. Wait until the day after they hire you and say, I'm making these videos. You looked at one of them, you saw how great I think of your company. Can I put your thumbnail there? Because when you put a thumbnail there, just like if you put Alex or Doug's or Carrie's, you're implying that they like you or that you're part of their group. If you put Carrie's there, it implies you're Mitch. Or that you're working with the three of them. If you put Doug's there, it implies that you're Doug's helper.
Right.
Most people don't see that kind of stuff as an homage. They see it as you trying to take some of their thunder. If you put an IBM there, they would think you're about all IBM computers for your data center.
Yeah.
And if IBM says, hey, the guy has about one, maybe they think you're making fun of IBM. You're a minister right now. Let's say you videotaped him last Sunday. And he made a couple of mistakes. He's only human. He's a good guy. He's a great minister, great pastor, but he made a mistake. You put out on the internet his mistake. He edited it and made it a perfect sermon and put it on the internet.
Right.
Your two seminars don't, your two ministerings or two sermons don't match.
And there'll be somebody that'll catch that.
And I'd be mad if I'd be, what's wrong with this guy? There's two different things. Can he at least put the right one out?
Right.
Now he's not only did he make a human mistake, he's a bumbling idiot.
So I got a quick tech question. I don't think I've ever noticed the white line against on Doug's Zooms.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to know, Gary, if putting that thumbnail on that video, even if it's just me riding in the car, would cause me to.
Well, why do you want to take a chance?
Even though I've already taken it off.
If anybody saw it, yeah.
Yeah, if they did any kind of a background research test, check, whatever you want to call it, and they seen that, it might have offended them. And you don't know when they did that. They may have done it right after they interviewed you. They're like, oh, we really like this guy. Let's go see what his, as they call it, online presence is about. And the first thing they stumble about, oh, that building looks familiar. And then they were like, they called the legal department, hey, did you give Alex Cheek permission to use this? And they're like, who's Alex Cheek? And neither one of us are trying to be pessimistic or negative about it. It's just reality. It's better to get permission.
I won't know that unless they tell me. Even if they tell me we don't want to hire you, and then you're not just a normal, we've decided to move on with another candidate or something. I'll never know.
If they send you, if they don't hire you, and I'm not, they probably will, but they're going to send you. We'll keep your resume online or on file with us, and if something comes up with your qualifications in the future, they will not say that there's another candidate. They will not say that they don't want to hire you. They'll say, you read it twice, they'll say they hired you just about.
Yep, they'll say, when would you like to start?
But we won't tell you when.
Yeah.
We really want you to work for us, but we'll call you when we want you to start. You'll be 84 years old when they call. In other words, you can't say, well, they didn't hire me because. No company ever writes letters like that.
And on the other hand, if you get a phone call or an email that says, Alex, we really liked you. However, we have this little legal issue that you used our building image without our permission.
I really hope if they don't want to hire me, or if they do want to hire me, if somehow they saw that, they would call me and tell me, this is the reason why we don't want to hire you. Not just tell me, we've moved on with another candidate or something. Some of the generic stuff companies say.
Wow, that was a quick 5 minutes. And it's off again now. Why is that? I didn't change that at all.
I just really hope they would tell me, because in my point of view is that's free advertising for them.
Correct.
Yeah, I got a quick question for you. Coca-Cola, you probably had some, and I'm not joking. Would you like it in a show like The Simpsons? Would your minister like it in The Simpsons at Coca-Cola?
I don't get the question.
If on The Simpsons, it's a cartoon. Would you like a bottle of Coke on their show?
I don't
Oh,
know.
wow.
I don't know what you're saying. I don't
That was
know what
cool.
your point is.
My point is, who do you want to showcase your advertising? I mean, you're choosing their advertising platform, are they?
I love it when I make a mistake and it looks cool.
They already post it. They have tons of videos on YouTube about their webinars. They already have, they post videos like 2 or 3 times a month that showing like hour-long.
Hi, Chris. Hi,
I'll
Rick.
quit picking on you, Alex, but I understand what you're saying, that they do that. My question is, are you now talking for their company?
No, not to my knowledge, I'm not.
Well, you would if you put their logo on your company, on yours. If I want to post my name or my voice 50 times on the internet, that's me. If you post it 50 times, who the hell gave you permission to do that?
Right. That is very true.
If they have 100 out there, that's because the guy in charge or whoever said, hey, Alice, go make a video on our paper product, and we'll look at it after you're done, and we'll post it if it's what we think is right.
Right.
I mean, that's part of your job.
Yeah.
But today you don't work for them, and I would not want one of them. I'm sure between the two of us, your technical abilities, and I can take the printer apart and program it. They wouldn't want us to put a video up there for them. That would not be their happy camper.
Let me ask Rick real quick. Any issues getting into the Zoom?
No, that time it was a little easier.
Okay.
Just typed out the passcode and it worked. Well, I guess the best thing about it is if they just tell me they don't want to hire me, or they decided to move on with someone else. I guess the best thing about it is I'll never know if that's the reason why they didn't hire me or not.
That I agree with.
Unless I specifically ask.
They won't tell you.
Yeah, even then I don't think they'll tell you. Okay, that works good. I'm happy with that. That looks, you got the white thing.
But there's also part of me that if that's the specific and only reason why they wouldn't want to hire me because of something that I said or something that I did, there's part of me that really wants to know that.
But now we're getting into legalities and attorneys. If they shut up and just don't say a damn word, you can't say anything about what they said.
Nope. But here's the lesson to take from that. On your next job, when you're going to your next job interview, don't post a picture of the building until you get the job.
You still may get the job, but
oh yeah, I don't.
Or at least get the next job interview, because I don't know. Even if they call me, it's not going to be to tell me that I got the job. It's going to be to tell me we want you to come in for another interview.
correct.
I mean, that's that.
Oops, I'm about 15 emails behind. I guess I should have done that first thing this morning.
Yeah, I mean, Alex, I agree with what you're saying, but it's just like your minister. Did you tell him, well, I posted, you know, X amount of video or audios out there?
No,
Why not?
because I assumed that because he posts the videos that he would be okay with it.
But when he told you he corrected them, why didn't you say, well, I posted some, I'll take them down?
I just didn't, but now that I took him down, nobody will be able to find him anyway.
You know, what if somebody heard in the meantime, and one of your parishioners that was off sick?
Nobody at church would hold. Nobody at church would hold that something like that against me. I mean, nobody would want to make me not a member of the church because I did.
I mean, I know that you think that I'm getting a little nasty, probably, and I wouldn't.
I understand. You're not. I don't think that.
But you don't know what somebody will say, because a lot of people are better than shutting the hell up and forgetting about it. But I know you. I hopefully you're understanding that you didn't tell the group that you're recording this on your when you're taking some of Ken's stuff. I actually heard my voice on some of your stuff without you asking. I mean, if I was recording this right now, where you're saying, "Hey, I took the minister, but I didn't tell him about it and posted it," would you like that? Or if I post, Alex, she put a bad what do you call it, thumbnail up from a company he interviewed at. Not kosher, man. Not a good thing to do.
I'm catching up on my emails real quick. I'm
But
listening.
anyway, I'm gonna stop. But the thing
I feel horrible for it, especially for putting that thumbnail up for that. Even though I really like what they do, and they're really a whole bunch of nice people, great people, but I really hate that I put that. Even when I did it, I wasn't thinking anything about it costing me.
Well, I'll say one last thing, just for our future. Until you talk to somebody, or until you've asked them, or until they've asked you, I wouldn't do anything like that. Very serious. I mean, the last one too is if you get, you know, everything goes great, you get hired, they make you a supervisor. I would definitely not post their stuff until they say, "Hey, Alex, here's your assignment for the day."
Right.
Because I mean, literally, if somebody used content from my company, I would fire them with cause that day. Because you don't post about a company, so that's just something for future.
Yes, Darren, there is 2 going right now. I made a mistake, and when I turn it off and back on, it actually brings up 2 at the same time. This white line going through there has got me really frustrated, and in trying to fix it, I now have the mini me and the me. I don't know what you want to call it. But I think that's an easy fix. I think that's a one-click fix. I like the second one a little bit better. I now may have to move it back to the right a little bit. And I did change it to a 5-minute interval, so that should come back in approximately 5 minutes. I'm going to let it go and see if it does for sure. It's 3:06 now, so I'll check about 3:12. Give myself the benefit of the doubt that we're on the longer end or the shorter end of 6 than we are the longer end. I can't believe I didn't check my emails this morning. I feel bad now. You guys didn't send me no emails, did you? Because if you did, I didn't answer them.
I did not.
Okay.
It's my turn to piss. You know you brought the white line down another X amount.
But Gary, as far as
it does look that way, don't it? Oh my gosh.
Gary, as far as me, we're streaming Ken's stuff. I did that because Ken doesn't mind, and everybody on here that's on Zoom knows I was doing it.
No, everybody didn't know. I didn't necessarily not mind, but I didn't. You should have asked permission, honestly, before you do anything. I'm going to cover this later too. Just like when people share the screen, everybody knows everybody, and I understand that. But out of respect to the group, you should say, may I share my screen? And then I don't think anyone's going to object, honestly. But you should say, may I share my screen? I think the only one that's going to share his screen without asking is me. And I always say, I'm going to share my screen out of respect to you guys. It's just an older thing, honestly.
I get it.
But no, I mean, I didn't mind. My concern was, will you get in trouble? That was my concern. And that's why I asked Doug.
I haven't gotten in trouble. So far, I haven't gotten any kind of copyright claims or any kind of notices on those videos from YouTube.
So far, correct. Now, what happens if they're just compiling a bunch of stuff and all of a sudden they take away, I don't know, your privileges to stream from your phone, and they take away your streaming privileges for a month? You know, I don't know how the algorithm works. I don't know how long it takes them to react or serve their justice, so to speak. Nor do I want to find out.
I get kind of nasty at times, but I feel that I do at least what is correct. But I'll tell you, Black Watch and myself, if Ken did something, Ken, I wouldn't do it. But if Ken and I got in an argument, I'd be complaining to YouTube about what you did in a fucking heartbeat. Pardon my language.
That lost me. If we got into an argument, you would report it to YouTube?
No, if you cut me off.
Oh. Well, okay, let's go down that road a little bit. If you said something in YouTube that's inappropriate for the channel, don't you think I have the right to remove that comment?
Oh, no. If you cut me off permanently and I got mad at you.
Oh, permanently? Oh, no, so far the only one I've cut out permanently, I've not heard anything about it, so...
I'm not being bad.
No, I understand now. I misunderstood. No, if I cut you completely out, you've used up every ounce and fiber and being of my patience. And
I hope we haven't. But
Gary, I have to go to the Gary Bank every doggone night, and I got to give that man another chance.
No, but that's what I'm
kidding.
Saying. No,
hey,
that's
Tom.
What I'm saying. At that point, though, go ahead and do it to Black Watch, and I bet he'd do the same thing.
Well, yeah, no question, no doubt. That's why I only removed his comment last night. I'm not about to remove him from the channel because you're exactly right.
And I mean, but he picked on Alex because he knows Alex is recording without asking him. I mean, just like if you did that to Carrie, do you think Carrie would say anything?
Oh, God, yes, in a heartbeat.
No, yes, he would.
You don't think he would?
I said he would.
Oh.
He would.
Yeah.
Quicker than you can snap your fingers. I believe he would. Doug?
If he heard it.
I don't think Doug would. I think what Doug would do, he'd send you an email and say, hey, Alex, please delete that video and don't do it again.
I was honestly waiting for Doug to send me an email about me putting his thumbnail behind as my virtual background in Zoom lightsaber. I was waiting for Doug to send me an email until our conversation yesterday, and I don't think he'll do it now. I think we've already done it.
Again, Alex. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't touch his patience either.
Well, the thing is.
No, I don't think so.
The thing is, Alex, is maybe you've been saying it like about the minister, about the company. You don't know when they saw it. They may have saw it the first day, and they may not see it until tomorrow. You know, let's say Wednesday, and again, I don't know anything. Ken doesn't know anything about the company, but let's say it was still there. And they go, let's call out. Tim's a pretty decent guy. Let's see what he's gonna do. Why is he using our thumbnail? And that could shut him off right now.
Or
so, just like Doug, he may see something and go, what the heck is he using?
And if they called me and asked me why I did it, it's because I'd say it's because I found it on Google and I was able, I copied it and saved it and put it up there just like I did any other.
Right. Logan says that as long as you're restreaming my stream along with your stream, you're good because you're in both. But I think, Logan, he is up for some, unless he goes to Rick and Darren and Gary and Jeff and Greg and Catherine and Blackwatch and BH Ringer and anyone else who's in the Zoom and said, I would like to restream this. Do you guys have any issue with it? And we all say no, then I think he's good. But doing it without the permission, I believe, is where he could get into some issues. I believe. And going
Right,
back
yeah.
to follow up what Gary just said, let's just say Wednesday is their last day to do the internet background check, which
Kind of the last thing. Go ahead.
probably is kind of the last thing. And they go in there and they see, oh, he's a streamer on YouTube. Well, let's see what he's streaming. And oh, look, there's our building. If you catch the wrong person at the wrong time, it can be devastating.
Well, at least I
Right.
understand they could have seen it before, but at least I took it off.
Right.
So it's something, if they don't see it till tomorrow or the next day after that, they won't see it.
Correct. Right. No, they can't see it now. I mean, best of my knowledge, I don't think they can go back and reverse what you've done. I've always heard, don't put anything on the internet because it will remain out there forever. And if someone wants to find it, they'll find it. And I kind of was, I don't know, maybe 90%, 10 on my thoughts on that. And believe me, after this weekend, I'm 100% believing in that. 100%.
But there's part of me that thinks those people were so nice and friendly at that place that even if they did see that I used their thumbnail, they would not think anything of it. But
Right.
You never know.
Let me give you another example. You remember when Doug did the 5 Doug thing? Way back
Yes.
when?
Yes.
Well, I seen the lines in there, and it's just my OCD, but it kind of bothered me. So I wrote him an email. I said, hey, Doug, would you mind if I tried to clear that up? And he said, oh, I could have done that, but yeah, go right ahead. I could have done that without his permission. It would have been wrong, but I reached out to make sure it was okay, just like Doug and the Garth thing. He doesn't know who Garth is, and he doesn't understand it, but he said, oh, sure, go ahead, which that kind of fell by the wayside. Oh, I need a mod in there. Let me go do my job here. Hold on.
And now I feel bad. Well, if they call me and ask me to come in for a second interview this week, like they said they would, they would call me, or email me. Should I, if they don't mention it, should I bring it up and say,
No, gosh, no. No.
Never happened.
Thank you, B.H. Ringer. Thank you, Chris. I booted him completely out. Okay, back. I'm sorry.
If they call you in, don't say anything unless they do. Then tell them what a great company they are, and it was an honor to do that. Only if they mention it. If they don't mention it, you don't mention it. Alex, just like you were saying about Google, you find something that's somebody else's, you can't take it because it was laying on the ground. Your mom has a great car, correct? Great car. Hey, I saw it in the driveway, I'm going to take it. No problem, right? Alex,
by the way, ask your mom to leave the keys in there next Wednesday night. I'd like to take it for a spin.
Sure. While I'm drunk and high at the same time.
Full tank of gas would be nice.
Yeah. Tell the local cops you said I could take it.
Oh, I got another question for you. You know what else I learned this weekend? Google and the little Google truck that drives around. Do you know you can have your address blurred?
No, I did not know that.
I didn't either until this weekend.
You mean like the address numbers on your
No,
house?
the entire whatever image they captured going past your house from any angle, you can request that to be blurred.
Like the whole image or just the house numbers?
Everything.
The whole screen is blurred.
The whole here, let me see if I can think of how to do this. Give me 1 second. I'll use mine as an example. It's not like I've not used it in the past.
Where are the numbers?
No, I probably said that wrong, but I'll show you.
Kind of like if you're a rock star or something. You don't want me showing up at your house because I like you.
I'm going to bring this tab and this tab only back over to here. I'm going to go to Street View, maybe. Okay, so right there you can see my entire house. You can see the garage. You can see the 2 ladies in the garage. One there, one there. You can see everything. I can write to YouTube and request that they blur this out, and no matter where I'm at on this search, I can go down here spin back around, and this will all be blurred.
It never happened.
Want to see it? It happened, Gary.
No, I mean, it never happened what you're saying.
You want to see it?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a second.
Well, I know what you're saying. No, I understand what you're saying. I'm saying to the world, that house never happened if I go look at it tomorrow. It'll be blurred out.
It'll be blurred out, correct. Well, however long it takes them to
Exactly.
to blur it, yeah.
No, I agree with you.
I was astounded on that. I mean, I'm like, I literally was about 6 minutes of, you got to be effing kidding me, because we weren't streaming, obviously. And I tried 13 different angles to Saturday, and it just not would. I mean, I'm like, damn it. Not that I wanted to see anything, but I found it amazing you could do that. So I just wonder how much red tape you would have to go through to get that myself.
Probably document it at your house. You have an attorney. Have your real estate agent, what do they call it? I'm drawing blank. Notarize it. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure the more documentation, get a lawyer involved, and maybe a couple other things. I'm sure that would carry a lot of clout.
I would doubt that they'd make you do that unless you just.
I don't know. I may have to look into it. Not that I need to blur my house. I've put it out there a million times. Maybe that's why I get people knocking on my door at 10:30 at night.
Aside from whatever happens about this position, this job I interviewed for, they seem to really like me quite a bit, and I know I aced their little quiz.
I'm sure you did. I think they want you. I do.
Yeah, I do too. So, Chris, I think you understand why I removed your comment.
Waiting for any job, waiting to hear about any job is horrible, especially if you happen to interview the week before a holiday weekend, like tomorrow is a holiday.
Yeah, that's. Hey, Gary.
You may even have to wait even longer, depending on if this place is going to be open tomorrow or not, which I'm not sure of.
I will say one thing. I think you got a 99% chance of it. I really do, Alex. Not just saying that. But I'll tell you, hiring you or hiring anybody isn't their first priority today. If somebody calls from Chicago and has a problem with their system, that's an all hands on board type of thing. So it might be next Monday.
Yep.
I mean, don't get discouraged, because if they didn't want you, you will get a notice just like if they do. So no contact does not mean a bad thing. It just means you haven't gotten anything done. And if you said a thank you note, like you said you did, better than great, just great. But don't contact them again unless they contact you.
Looks like the guy
I
shoveling
haven't,
snow.
and I'm not going to unless they say something.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, you interviewed with them. It went great. Sounds like it. They'll contact you. Sounds like it. But they said next week. I mean, it could be a day or two after. Look at how long it's taken to call you from the time you sent your resume in.
Sure.
Hey, let me give you. I did a little searching in my email and found out that even though they told me, the woman she called me, she told me their system said it was November when I applied. That must have been when I reapplied, because I got an email from her. My first email from her was on May 14th. So technically, I first applied for this job back in May.
Wheels turn slow, as they say.
And apparently the job got taken down, put back up, because she says that I applied back in November, which I did. But apparently the job got taken down and put back up, so I had to reapply, and she didn't see that at the time in their system. So yes, the wheels turn very slowly. If I first applied for this position back in May, because I had deleted any of my emails.
Right. Yeah.
And then once they contact you, the second interview may be 5 minutes, and I shouldn't say shit. Pardon me. No, they may even not be something there. They may email. You don't know. Each company's different. But yeah, it's hard. It's like waiting for Christmas for them to contact you.
Hey, Ken,
Yes, sir.
you know there's a pin link
Yep.
to the Zoom meeting up on the chat?
I do. I put it there.
Okay.
Gary wins, or Greg wins.
No, I asked you already too.
Well, you did?
I assume only us can see it.
No, everybody.
Anyone that joins anyone on YouTube can see it. And so far, I've only had.
You're going to change the password.
No,
the thread after.
no, I'm not, dude. No, it's staying the same. They're going to go in, like I said earlier, let's revert back. Or I could be like Carrie and say, rewind and watch. I'm going to figure out a way to say, watch it in the description. To get on Zoom, you must show me your picture. I will verify who you are. So if you send me a picture.
You must log into Zoom, use a link and type and a passcode and show me your video once you get on.
Right. Well,
So
they got to do that anyway.
Right.
But once they're in the waiting room, before I let them out into to hear, I'm going to see who they are. And if they try to get over on me by showing something a picture of you, then they ain't getting in. There's only a few people that
I
will.
don't think you can show. I don't think you can request them to show their video if they're in the waiting room. I think that only applies to.
I think I can. I'm pretty sure I can.
I haven't.
I sure hope I don't have to eat crow tomorrow morning, but I was told I could, so let's hope I can. Or a picture. There'll be some vetting. There'll be some method to vet the people in there. If no showy picture, no showy video, no join Zooming. I hope no Asians are watching.
Sin Lloyd, Manoy. Sin Lloyd, Manoy.
Mm-hmm. And then, like it was pointed out to me, if they get in here and they get over on me and they do something stupid, I'm gonna block them and they're gone. I really hope to not have to go through all the trouble we had to go through to get this where it's at. Now, you're probably scratching your head and wondering why I want to change it. That's because some people have trouble getting into Zoom. Some people still can't get into Zoom because of the changes we made. So I'm trying to make it user-friendly for everybody.
Yes. Security and user friendliness sometimes don't go hand in hand.
Oh, yeah, I know.
You gotta find a happy medium between.
No, you're right. I do.
I wasn't bothering me before. It was just taking me a couple of tries.
And once I figured it out, it's easy to get in every time. So.
It never took me more than 2 attempts, and I said, I know it'll work on the second try, so I do it again, hit enter, and boom.
Yeah. So I haven't been paying attention to the stream. I don't know if I still have the double banner thing showing at the top or not. Let's see, it was 11.
The only reason why it took me 2 or 3 or 4 tries the first time is because of the font, of the way the font looked in the email. I couldn't tell if it was uppercase or lowercase or.
Right. Yeah.
You just gotta make sure you're signing into Zoom. That's the first.
Yeah, I think that's a big step. I think making them.
But I've never not been signed into Zoom.
It automatically logs me into Zoom. Well, yeah, if you keep that checkbox, that's the password.
I'm trying to do the math in my head to see when this thing might come back up. It should have popped back up. Let me go check.
Mine is the same way. And even if it asks me to log in, all I have to do is click on the signing with Google button, and it's automatic because I've done it before.
Well, if I had to do that now, if I'm signed out and I have to put the password back in, I just hit robo forward and sign in, boom, done.
Well, I don't even have any password manager, and I don't even have to re-put the password back in. All I have to do is, because I was signed in previously, all I have to do is hit
I don't really
sign in.
I do it, but I don't like the idea of keeping people signed in.
Yeah, that's.
I think if you close the program, it signs you out automatically. And some, it leaves you the option. I really wish they wouldn't.
I agree with
I
that.
can sign out, or I think because I'm using my Google account, I think what I can do, because I'm using my Google account and keep factors, I think I can actually go into my Google account and tell it to delete, say, my computer off my Google account or my tablet, so it will totally log me out of everything.
Yeah.
But of course, I don't want to do that because I don't want to go through the hassle of having to, especially.
People snarl at me when I leave Facebook on all overnight. I was too tired. I didn't get out of bed to shut it off. People snarl at me for doing that. They look at Facebook on all night. I'm like, yeah, because I forgot to shut it off before I fall asleep.
Oh yeah, my mom, when she was on Facebook, we had some people at church before. She didn't have, at the time, she didn't have a passcode on her phone, a pin lock or a passcode on her phone. So somebody that wanted to play with her, won't mess with her, would go behind when she's not paying attention and get her phone and post as her on Facebook and just say dumb, stupid stuff.
Yeah.
That's why you don't have Facebook on your phone. That would solve that problem.
I mean, she don't have Facebook at all now. I deactivated it for her a long time ago, but I have Facebook on my phone, and I have Facebook on my, I don't have Facebook on my phone, but on my tablet, as well as all my phone calls and text messages. But that's the reason why I have a PIN code on my, so nobody can.
So you know how they told us to highlight someone's name? You hit the @ key and then type in their name.
Yes.
And you have to hold the Shift key down. I just discovered that you can also use the Shift 3
Caps
key.
lock key.
Shift 3 key. Or the hashtag key, whatever you want to call it. Now, I don't know if it's orange or not. I just asked Chris to tell me.
I'm old school. I call it the pound sign.
It could be that too. Shift 3 pretty much covers it for everybody, though. But I don't know if it's orange or not. I just asked Chris to let me know if his name shows up as orange or not. I don't think it does, but we'll find out here in a minute. And you don't have to hold the Shift key. Once you hit Shift @ and the first letter of their name, you can let go of the Shift key and hit the rest of their name, and it's fine. I discovered that by accident a long time ago. Little dumb little things. So like I'll go here @Alex. Alex hadn't said anything in chat for a minute, so I can't send him one. Let's go with @TomK. Yeah, see, I hit Shift @T, let go of the Shift key, hit the O, and it comes right up. And he said it did show in orange. Okay, cool. So the Shift 3 will work as well. That's neat. Wonder how many other keys would work like that.
Hey, Ken, do you know? I don't know if it's possible at the moment. I've never seen it, but you think it's possible to see the person who viewed your video, see a list of who viewed your video and their usernames and stuff?
No, I don't think it is. I think you can see the total number of views, but you can't see who's viewing your video. But it does break it down into subscribers and non-subscribers. I do know
Because
that.
if I could see who's viewing my video, I could look through there and see if this company has looked at my video, because they have their own business channel, and it would show them, or if somebody else is using their real name on YouTube that works at this company, I could look them up on the company's contact page or something, just to see if someone had possibly seen that thumbnail.
Alex,
I know where this is going.
No, I was just going to throw out, what if they just saw the thumbnail and went, I spit all over my monitor. In other words, they might not have looked once they saw the thumbnail.
But right underneath the thumbnail, it says the title is going to a job interview. And if they click on it, they'll see that it's. But I understand what you're saying.
I didn't pay any attention. That should have scrolled back across. I was doing something else, so it'll be about I don't know, 38.
I think, like, did you change it back 45 seconds?
No, it's a 15-minute when it runs, and it's going to run every 5 minutes if I did my math correctly. 5 minutes is 300 seconds, correct?
65, yeah.
Okay, so that's what it should be. So it should be right around the 3:38 mark. And I'm gonna try to watch it this time. And Bryson Shepard put hashtag Ken Stout Live, and it showed up in orange. So that's pretty neat to know, actually. I see an experiment coming up. So I wanted to point something out to Alex. I have not put a video of anything of mine because I've got to ask everybody, do they mind if I do that? Because if anyone objects, I'm not going to do that. Now, what I could do is I could go back into the beginning of my time when I did not have Zoom and do it, and I'd be good to go there. But out of a courtesy, I won't do it until I speak to everybody. I will just let someone else remove the message today. No problem, Chris. BH Ringer's lurking in the background. He's going to catch him, and if he don't catch him, I'll catch him, and then I will remove him. And hopefully they're gone forever as per their policy, but I seriously doubt it. And more than likely, they've got 1 or 10 or 15 accounts. Speaking of accounts, I need someone to teach me how to make a new email account specifically for Zoom. That was suggested to me last night as well as again this morning. And I'm kind of running it through my head, and that's not a bad idea. So I have no clue how to make a new email account. I know. You guys think I'm Mr. Technical and all. I put on a good face about it, but I don't know anything.
Hey,
Who do
Ken?
you want to go through to get your email?
Pardon, Rick?
Who do you want to go through to get your email?
Is one better than the other, or one easier than the other?
I use an online one.
Do I, Greg?
Use AOL.
Oh, okay.
No way. Hey, on Zoom support, it shows all the hotkeys, but it doesn't list the shift pound or the @ sign.
Huh. Well, you're ahead of me. You knew that there's a place to go to see what those all are, and I had no clue. Gmail's fine, Rick. I mean, I don't know what is it.
I personally use Outlook for set up my dad and me with an Outlook account for our website business related stuff.
Well, it's strictly going to be for Zoom. It's not going to be for anything else. So there's about a 1 in 1,000 chance that might get a consideration, but it's a very slim consideration.
Just make it like my opinion would just be like make the address like Ken Stout Zoom or Ken Stout Live, something like the same as your YouTube name or something.
Right.
Like how you differentiate between the.
Yeah, Gary.
Hey, Ken?
Yes.
But Ken, stoutlive@gmail.com.
Did you say Ken.Stout.live?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that's what you were saying. I didn't think you were doing the William Shatner impression.
Huh?
Never mind.
Who's William Shatner?
Yeah, really. Who's William?
Just because he went into space doesn't make him alive.
That's a really decently long email. I don't guess it and it just doesn't matter.
Well, after the first time, most browsers will bring it up.
It's just
my school email address is probably longer than.
oh, there it is, right on time at 37. So it's exactly 1 minute earlier than 5 minutes. That's cool.
No, it just turned 38, like the minute you said it.
Yep, mine did too. So good.
Pretty close.
Yep, it works. Now I think the other one did what I wanted it to do, but it didn't do it correctly. Because I believe if I bring that other one back, I believe it's this one right here. And if I turn this off and turn it back on, there's going to be 2 of them again. Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, there's one. Nope. Okay, so maybe I did fix it. You can set up Windows Mail, I want to tell Catherine. No, Chris, we do not.
Just download Outlook 365. It'll do it all for you.
It's just a thought. I don't know for sure. So maybe, okay, there it is. So now there'll be 2 of them. There's one. What the heck? What's going on? Oh, there they go. Glitch in the system. So what I want to do, I actually wanted the second one. I was trying to do something completely different than this. And what I wanted to do, that's not correct. That's going to mess that up. I got to see how bad that made that problem. Obviously worse than I thought. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad at all. So I want to shut this off, and I want to shut. The YouTube stream is going to go blank for a moment because this is the only line.
No.
Oh, yes, it did.
You're showing in.
Virus.
Now let's see what this does, if anything.
Got a little bit of snow today.
Oh, well, ours was here last night. Here last night, my mom showed it falling to me. My mom showed it to me out the window. It was falling, and by now, by the time we got home from church, all the snow was melted off of one of the cars. Because it's up to like.
Okay, so now I got Zoom back.
50 degrees here now.
Now I've got Zoom back, and I've got the 2 actually running. Darren sent me a message. Let me go see. Yep, Darren says I'm putting 2 up at once. Yeah, I temporarily was, and I actually am again. I'm going to go in and turn them off, and they're off. Now I'm going to turn them back on. I'm going to jump back over here so I can see what it does. And I'm not going to see what it does because I'm slow and hitting the wrong key. Okay, there we go.
I ordered me a phone.
Sorry, Greg. Didn't mean to cover you up.
I ordered me one of those foam covers for my microphone that should be in by the end of this week, by Friday. So we'll have to y'all have to tell me if I sound any different with the cover on versus with the cover off or whatever.
A lot of people use them. I will be right back. Got to take this call. Hello. Hi, Jan. Good, Jan. How are you?
Tired, and I didn't get up till 1:37 today.
PM, Greg.
Say what?
I guess you mean afternoon.
Yeah.
Well, I had to get up, even though I stayed awake till probably 2 o'clock this morning. I had to get up at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. They go to church this morning.
I watched that movie, Ray Donovan, the movie that just came out, recorded it. I watched it after we shut down last night. Yeah, I wasn't too impressed.
Sorry about that. That was my realtor. So, confirming our appointment for tomorrow. I did something last night that I have not done, and I can't tell you how long. When I left the YouTube stream and Zoom, I shut everything off. And since I don't have Facebook on my phone and I don't have email on my phone, I was not going to be bothered overnight. Felt pretty good, actually. May have to employ that again tonight. But tonight could be a disaster because she's off tomorrow, and we might be able to go 6-7 hours. What's Doug's record? 6 hours? We'll do 6 hours in 1 minute. I'm going to lay the gauntlet down.
The challenge is on.
I could never compete with Carrie, though, on length of time. Even if I was doing a somewhat of any kind of a tutorial, I could never, ever begin to compete with him. Go check out a football score real quick. Oh, that's a close game, 31-15. Okay, we're back. Radar shows there's snow in Macon, Georgia. Chris is about 60 miles east of there. Oh, all this snow talk. Starting to get to me.
Well, I think ours is gone. We only get it for like 1 or 2 days a year, and then it's gone. I think ours is gone for the year.
Oh, we'll see snow here. There's no doubt in my mind it's going to snow here. Now, the Farmer's Almanac did say that this was going to be a very cold winter and very little snow. And thus far, we've had some hellaciously cold days. And other than this little pittance of snow we got now, we've had no snow. Chris says Carrie's record's 9 hours when he talked about working for Intel. No problem, Tom. The goal tonight, 7:30, quarter to 8 o'clock. That's the goal. And if that changes, I'll try to let everybody know. But for right now, 7:30ish, 7:45ish.
I don't think Carrie can be a university professor or a college professor because then they limit him to 2.5 hours. My classes in college were only 2.5 hours apiece.
Why couldn't he? I mean, he's got a time limit. Like he said the other day, if he's got 2 hours to complete something, he'll complete it. If he's got 4 hours to complete it, he'll complete it in the time given. Sure, he could be a professor. I mean, it's just regimented. You can't talk for 4 hours.
I was just making a comment on the fact that you said his longest stream was 9 hours. So
that
tells me he can ramble on for 9 hours.
He's got the gift of gab for sure, and he's got intelligent gift of gab. I've got the gift of gab. The intelligent part, not so much.
Well, I've kind of got the intelligent gift of gab, depending on what
I'm always the quiet guy.
probably not as much as Carrie or Doug or any.
Do what, Rick?
I'm always the quiet guy in the corner.
Oh, I go on certain streams and I sit there and watch and Yep, Tony says it was on the top and the bottom, and right now it should only be on the top, and that's where it looks like.
I was always the one in college class that would always bring up something or respond to something the instructor said, even when everybody else was quiet. That's one of my instructors that took me for oral communication. That was a big part of the reason why I got an A in that class, was because just about every time he was looking for class participation, I would speak up when nobody else did.
Yeah, I can see that, Neil.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say the same thing.
And 4.
Okay, just answered Tony's text. He sent me a text about the thing. Yeah, the white line seems to have dropped. I've got to figure that out. That'll be fixed by tonight, I hope. I may have to watch last night's stream.
He also happens to be, along with an oral communication professor, he also happens to be a philosophy professor as well. So we would get into the conversations or debates or whatever you want to call them about sometimes about Bible related topics, because he would bring up something about the Bible, and I would say something, and he would of course disagree with it because he's completely agnostic or atheist or whatever you want to call it.
Did you say he taught philosophy?
I felt like I was in a philosophy class the whole time I was in that class, even though it wasn't oral communications class. I felt like it was 100%.
What was the class title?
Oral communication.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yes, the way he talked and the discussions me and him had, the stuff that he brought up and the way I respond and the way you respond, I thought I was in a philosophy class.
I need a favor from anyone on YouTube. Can you guys go see if you can unpin my message I pinned to the top?
Yes, I just deleted it.
Still there, Black Watch. No, I was told that you could. Chris Garrett says I have the option to dismiss the pinned message. Robert says all the snow is gone. Can somebody jump over there and see if you really do? I mean, if you do have the option, go ahead and unpin it. I'm kind of curious as to see if that can be done or not. If it does, that's yet another flaw in the system we've determined.
I think it would let you. I don't.
Yeah, he says it says I have the option to dismiss pinned message. I don't know. I've noticed that on some channels, you can go to the three dots, click on a participant, and go to see their channel. On other channels, you don't have that option. Now, I don't know if that's because you got to be a moderator or what, but I made a screenshot. Okay. Can you share the screenshot? I made a cake last night.
Go to the channel, report, log, dismiss, pin message.
Click on dismiss pin message and let's see what happens.
It disappears. It disappears. That's why.
On your end, but it's still on my end, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Oh, I misunderstood. Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, I can. That's a function I can see. If you guys don't want to look at it all the time, that would make sense. And this is just an experiment. If it goes horribly wrong, which so far it has not.
It hurts my eyes.
Yeah. Let me change it to yellow. Wait a minute. Gary doesn't like yellow. Hot pink. Let's go with hot pink.
Lime green.
And lime green and hot pink. And then we'll use a green screen, and that'll be real interesting looking. Oh, geez. What time is it?
White background, white letters.
You've seen some of my work. So I'm quite sure all of us that have dabbled in this have done that in the past. I know I certainly did. And I'm like, where's this at? Then you look at it, you got white coloring on a white background. Oops. Oh, the things you do. Just like today, when I started earlier today, I forgot to mute myself. I'm like, where's that echo? Oh, wait, it's me. It happens. It really does happen.
Hey, Gary.
Robert.
After this week, if I don't hear anything, should I assume that I'm not going to get it because they specifically told me that I would hear something by the end of this week?
What did they tell you? I'm not Gary, but I'll put my 2 cents in.
They said that I would hear the hiring manager, hiring person said that I would hear something next week, which next week is starting tomorrow.
Right, so you have to give them until Friday.
Yeah.
That next week entails Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. You have to give them the entire week.
Business work days.
But if after that, if I don't hear anything, then I can just assume that I didn't get that I didn't want, that they didn't want to call me in for another interview or anything.
I was trying to remember. I worked for Superior Essex when I got out of the military. And
I can tell you that I was specifically told it'd be next week.
Yeah. Well, I applied for a job in San Diego, California, and I got told I was one of the top 3 for the position, and it would be a week, maybe 2, before they would let me know what it was. Well, it turned out to be a month. Okay? So even though they tell you it's a week or 2, it might be longer. Now, I didn't bug the hell out of them to get it. My philosophy was, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. After I got notified a month later that I would be interviewed, it was also a 3-interview process, which I found odd at the time. I had to drive to Chicago, which that's when my hatred of Chicago began, for the interview. And then I had to go to Fort Wayne, Indiana for the second interview, and then the third one was done telephonically. And then they said, thank you very much. You are the top 2. We'll let you know. And 2 months later, I got a phone call, and are you still interested in the job? And, of course, I took it. Indiana, snow, thunderstorms, bad weather. San Diego, California, which, by the way, I even have on my... Oh, doggone it, you can't see
Yeah,
it.
we can't see it 'cause you're-
Yeah, I know, I realize that. Doggone it. Good thing about that blur thing, bad thing about that blur thing. But I have on my San Diego, or as he would say, San Diego, t-shirt that fits. I'm doing something right with this weight control stuff, or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, Alex, I guess what I'm trying to tell you is don't lose a lot of sleep over it.
But I'm not, because every time I get a phone call for a job interview, I get excited because after I apply, especially like this job, especially if it's 2 or 3 months or even longer goes by, I think they're not going to call. Even if it's right after I apply and submit the application, I think they're not going to call. So for this particular job, to get that call was an absolute surprise.
I'm trying to read a comment in chat. Bear with me a minute.
So it's like I applied for the job and then totally forget about it, like I did with this one, and then
Alex,
after so long, you think nope, nothing's going to come of it.
Okay, Gary, your turn.
Yeah, 2 quick ones. I definitely would not think anything's wrong to make 2 weeks out of it. Because the person you said you did great with was the technical person. HR, nowadays,
But they were both in there in the same room at the same time.
HR doesn't give a shit whether you can, pardon my language, whether you can, they don't care if you know computers. Hold on.
He's got a camera? Oh my goodness.
What happened to Gary?
I think he's trying to get his camera, or he went into his Catherine mode or something. I don't know. So, we're at an hour and 45 minutes, maybe. Hour and 43 minutes. I need to put my glasses on. So I'm going to go ahead and wind down the stream. Chris, thank you for being here. Kenny, thank you for being here. Robert, thank you for being here. Tony Wallow, thank you for both being on the Zoom and the stream. I will see you guys on YouTube later. Zoom will not be stopping unless there's a disaster. Waiting for Gary to come back, but I am going to end it. Thank you so much. Appreciate everyone's support, and see you guys tonight. Bye for now.
No.